Hey everybody, Big Todd coming to you from the backyard. So I'm often talking about our cheap little sauna from Amazon. I just thought I'd do a quick video, show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll tell you what, overall, great little way to get into saunaing. It's somewhat cheap, and well, I think we give $100 for it. So, you know, $100 is $100. It is really a cheap way if you want to get into a sauna. But let me turn you around here to show you a little bit about it. So here it is in all its glory. And it really is just basically kind of a tent that has a steam generator on the side that pumps steam through that little white tube right there in the side, and then comes out that little white tube all the way to that box, which then the steam comes up. I'll tell you what, it comes with this little chair right here. I'm 6 foot tall, about 310 pounds. My wife loves that chair. I will not even attempt it. No way, Jose. So what I use is the cheap $7 chair from Walmart, and I put this little piece of rubber yoga mat in here, because I'm telling you, when that steam box is underneath of you, and if it comes up the back of that and hits the back of your legs, buddy, it gets pretty hot. So I'll show you guys. The cheap $7 chair works just fine in there. And like I said, I'm 6 foot tall, so this thing is maybe 6 foot tall. My head rubs a little bit when I'm in there, but it's nothing. It's not bad. My knees barely touch the front here when I'm sitting, and it's quite enjoyable for me. I fit just fine in there. You know, like I said, 6 foot, 310 pounds. So what I like about it? Well, it gets warm. I think it gets up to about 100 degrees. We had a temperature gauge in there for a while, a thermometer, and we get up to about 100 degrees. Which I know it's not the 140 or higher that some people like to go. Like, you know, for steam saunas, I guess you want to get up around 200 degrees. But, you know, for the infrareds, 140 up in there is where you want to be, as far as I know. This gets up to 100 degrees. You know what? It gets me sweating. I can stay in there for 20 minutes, and I'm sweating for 20 minutes, and I feel really good. And actually, I do it at night right before I go up and get my shower and go to bed, and I sleep great. So it's got two little windows. Let me turn you. It's got a window in the back, and that's zippered all the way around. We don't use it. It's got a zipper in the front, and it zips open, and then it zips the door like that. It's got a pocket in the side, and we use that a lot we put our phones in these Ziploc bags, and it's good to put in there when you're getting adjusted and things like that. Ziploc bags work really good. We use our phones to, you know, read scriptures and study a lesson at church for the next week or whatever. But it works really good for that. And I couldn't believe the Ziploc bag worked. And you can manipulate your phone through the Ziploc bag. But it zips up. It's thin material. You know, you guys can see it's pretty thin material. And what we ended up having to do, we bought this in like mid-December, and we put it in the garage, and it was pretty cold here in Florida. I know you guys up north are going to be laughing at me, but hey, to us in Florida, it was a cold winter. So what we ended up having to do is we would get in there, and it just wouldn't get as warm as we thought it needed to be. Or not buying, but we got this old blanket, and we threw over it. And man, I'm going to tell you what, it really changed the game. See, I pull it down like this when the door's closed, and it got so much hotter just with that blanket draped over it. That actually helped it bring it up about 10 degrees, which was amazing. So, the other thing we had to do is, it's quite windy on the back porch here, so we had to add these little blocks, little wind mitigation. Let's see if we can zip it up here. So, just like a tent door, you zip it up, and she's ready to go. The steam generator that came with it is right here, and I'm not sure if it was something we did or something we didn't do, But after about a month, I see the problem right now. I just discovered the problem. I don't know, can you guys see that? Those are cracks. Those are cracks in the pot. All the way around. Huh. So it started leaking. And, well, what it started out, it just wouldn't steam long enough. It wouldn't steam, you know, we'd give us like 10 minutes of steam or whatever and kind of peter out. And then we noticed about a week ago that it was leaking. So that's why it's leaking. Right there, that'll do it. But what happens is, this unit will heat up that pot, which creates steam, which goes through that tube, which goes into the tent. So anyways, that quit working, so my wife decided to order a new one off Amazon. So we ordered a new steam pot, which we have on here now, and this is the one she ordered. And by the way, guys, I'm going to put the link to this new steam pot and to the whole sauna tent setup. I'll put a link in the description below. And if you guys use that link, that would be awesome, because it gives me a little cents on the dollar and it costs you nothing. And you use that link to go to the exact thing that I purchased. So you know you're getting what's in this review. So this is it. This is the new one. Uncracked as you can see. I didn't read the directions on the first one. Well, there we go. I just didn't read the directions on the first one. I don't know if we did something wrong or if it was a failure on its part, so I'm not going to blame the manufacturer of this. I'll take all the heat for that. And I'm not going to give them a bad review before it, because it might have been something that I did. So I did read the book on this new one. And after you're done, you're supposed to dump all the water out. Once you're done sauning, you turn it off, you let it cool, and you dump all the water out. You don't want any residual water sitting in there. So I did that last night. Now it also says it recommends using distilled water. We are not using distilled water in this. It would cost us way too much money for the amount of time that we use this sauna to buy distilled water to put in this thing. So we use tap water from the house. We put it in there. I'll let you know how it goes. But, you know, we really like this thing. And, you know, eventually we're going to get into another sauna. We want to get into looking at it, we'd like to get into a nice full spectrum infrared. But just to get into saunaing cheap, $100, it's at your door from Amazon probably within 2 days, and you're good to go. You know, it literally took 5 minutes for me and my wife to set this up. She gave me a hand. You just put the poles together, kind of like a tent, and it's metal poles and plastic connectors. And I'll tell you what, it was really easy. Really easy. And these poles, they're showing no signs of rust or anything. So they're doing really good. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you guys. Look on the inside here. There is zero mildew, mold, or anything. So what we do when we get done sauning, when we get out, we open the door all the way, and that's all we do. We pull the chair out and we let it sit, open air like that. We've got no mold, no mildew, no nothing. So we love that about this thing. That was one of my wife's big concerns. She didn't want anything that was going to breed mildew or anything like that. So, and this is where the steam comes into. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the box that the steam comes into, and that's where you put your essential oils. And that's where I put my breathe oil, and I love that stuff. So, like I said, we like it. We're into it. It's working for us. I sleep great after I use it. I probably couldn't recommend anything any better if you're just wanting to get in cheap and sauna. So like I said, I'm going to put the link to the sauna kit, the new steam generator, and I'll also link up the Breathe Essential Oil, so you guys can go straight to that through my Amazon affiliate program. Hey, I appreciate you guys listening, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see my breath out here on the back porch. I told you it was getting cold in Florida. Thought I was going to start to sauna up for tonight, and to go along with the review on the cheap Amazon sauna, I thought I would show you guys starting it up and the steam that it creates and all that. So I got my chair in here, and below the chair I've already put my Breathe essential oils in the steamer box. And let's see, now we're just going to see if we can zip it up. Let's see. Zip it up. There we go, get it all zipped up. Now let's come over here and we'll add our water. We'll put our water in there. And that fills it up a little over halfway. We'll lock our lid in place. And now hit the power button. It's already set for 65 minutes. And the temp is already at 9. Alright. So it says it takes about 8 minutes for the steamer to start steaming up in the cheap sauna tent here. So we'll be back and we'll show you what kind of steam it's generating. Sound good? Alright, we'll see you. Alright guys, we're back. It's been about 10 minutes. Not really 8 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes. Look at the window. And it's already steamed up. And you can see down here, I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but I can see in person, you can see that the tube is filled with steam. So I'm going to let some of my steam out here and show you guys. I hope the camera can catch it. How much steam comes out of this thing. Look at that. Man, it's like we're smoking a brisket or something in there. And I'm going to tell you what, the smell from those, that Breathe essential oil is awesome. All right, I just wanted to show you guys that so you can get an idea of the steam that comes out of that sucker. So, like I said, we like it. For $100, you can't beat it. So, there it is, guys. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. I'm hopping in. See ya.